Hello everybody, it's Jen, Scrapbena Creations. I'm back with another design team project for Not Too Shabby. Here's the card that I'm going to be making today. I'm using the sweet little stamp set from Lawn Fawn called Caramel Apple. And I'm using this today because Jamie has this in the shop with a free $75 purchase with Lawn Fawn. And she also had that for the pre-order. So I'm assuming a lot of you will have this stamp set. So I wanted to show you that you can make a really cute card using a small little mini set like this. So I have all the colors listed to the left. You'll see here I stamped out the image multiple times and I started coloring the apple on the caramel side, so I had to start over there with the red. So I'm just using the darkest colors where the stick is for the apple because there would be shadows created there with the indent of the apple, and then the lighter towards the caramel portion of the image. I did go over these images twice and it really gave them a really beautiful blend of coloring. So for the caramel, I did pull out my Spectrum Noir markers. I don't have a lot of Copic markers. I think I maybe have 30, and a lot of my collection is sets of threes. So because I have the full set of Spectrums, which are the alcohol markers that I started with, I definitely have more markers that I can use to create a mixture of colors. So I thought this combination worked well for the caramel, and you can see I am using a bit of tip to tip technique here just to blend in those colors that have a bit of a large difference between the tones. So for the stick, I'm using some chocolate browns. In hindsight, I think I would do these a little bit lighter, but I think they turned out okay. I'm going to add the cute little smiley faces to the apples. This one is so adorable. It has one that winks and then a smiley face. So I'm using the Lawn Fawn Fall paper pad that came out last year, the Perfectly Plaid. I'm using a stitched rectangle die, and I'm using the new reverse scalloped window circles here. I absolutely love these new dies. Lawn Fawn came out with circles, squares, and rectangles, and I purchased the circles and rectangles to start off with. It leaves a beautiful stitch detailing around the scalloped reversed window portion. So I just use a circle die here just to cut out my fun foam. So I'm doing one layer of fun foam behind the panel here. I'm going to stamp the sentiment. I'm leaving out the caramel apple at this point, and I'm stamping "You're the of my eye" with Versafine black Onyx ink. Now I am going to redo this here in a second. I don't like the way this stamped out, but I hadn't noticed that at this point. So for the caramel apple, I'm using Distress Oxide in Wild Honey and tea dye to make a caramel color. So because that ink was a bit smushed, I just cut out a circle die here with some white cardstock, and I'm going to place that over the original stamping, and no one will ever know that I didn't get it right the first time. So I'm going to use my ATG gun here just to adhere this circle panel down straight to my card base. Now it probably would have been easier if I just took it off and did some liquid adhesive on the back, but this worked just fine as well. So now that is straighter and also a crisp image. So I'm going to add some twine to the bottom of this card. I just doubled it up and adhered it to the back with some Scotch tape. I ended up putting a second layer of foam on either side of the twine just so it would sit nice and flat on the card. It did look a bit like a hot mess, so I didn't show you that. And then where I missed the piece of fun foam there on the bottom of that card panel, I just slipped a piece in there so that it would be sturdy. So now I'm just going to try to figure out where I want to lay these two adorable little images, and these apples go perfectly with this pattern paper. I really loved the Perfectly Plaid paper pad from last year. because I feel like the colors are very neutral and can be used for anyone. And so I'm just going to lay these guys down here. I did pop them up on Fun Foam where they are over top of the white portion of the reversed window. And I laid my stamp block there on them just so that they would adhere nicely. Tied my little bow around the twine, used a glue dot to secure that. And now I'm going to adhere a bow to each of the caramel apples. So I colored in the little one for the boy apple in orange and the girl one a turquoisey teal to match the pattern paper. I'm going to use my Nuvo in White Blizzard to finish off this card, and that'll be it for today. So love how these reverse window dies make a really easy but really pretty card. So thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.